Hello YouTube, this is Leslie. I'm doing this video in response to the proof that weight loss surgery works topic this week. The question was, what would our panel of experts here, what would they do? What kind of advice would they have for a newbie or a pre-op person? And it's in specifics, specifically in response to Grelyn B. Gaughan's reply to that question. And she mentions making peace with the changes that that are brought about when having had surgery, and embracing the changes, and letting go of the dieter's mentality. And I've really been thinking about that. It really resonated with me, and I've been thinking about it because I really I really have a hard time imagining what things will be like later on. I've read a lot, I've researched a lot. I think Bandit B, he recommended this book by Garth Davis, the expert's book on weight loss surgery or something like that. And I actually read that. I was pleased that he recommended that book because I've read that book. And, seen, lots of videos here on YouTube. And, so I've really tried to prepare myself. But then I think, it must be kind of like having kids. You can read everything in the world about what it's like to have a baby, or raise a child, but until you're in the situation, I don't think you can understand it. And I kind of wonder if the weight loss surgery is kind of like that. I just kind of think, got a curl here that keeps wanting to go in my mouth. I just keep thinking that, I just don't know. I think I'm gonna wake up from surgery and be like, oh my God, what'd I do? And then I'm gonna start finding out what it's really like. It's just, I think it's just too intangible until we get to that point. But I really have been thinking about, the lifestyle changes, and, I'm not quite, sure what it's going to be like. I'm, as far, especially like when you think about like emotional issues, or, that kind of thing, as opposed to like just, eating for physical hunger. And I tend to think I'm not an emotional eater, but I think probably once I get to the point where I can't eat to, for whatever reason, then I'm going to realize why I've been eating. I have a tendency to think it's just bad habits, bad lifestyles, choices. Eating way too much at the wrong times, eating late, at night, and, no exercise. I'm not going to say lack of exercise, or, too little. I meant like no exercise. And as Grelyn B. Gaughan, she mentioned several times, you have to get moving, you have to move your body. And I think and I've heard many other people mention the whole moving, movement and thing. And, each time I've noticed it and I've thought about it, and now today I just feel like, oh gosh, this is, it's going to be a big change. It's going to be huge, and I wonder if I'm going to get, be saddened by things that I'm letting go of. I love food. I do. I love cooking food. I love preparing it, arranging it. I love to go eat someplace where the food is wonderful, where they really, make an effort to make it look pretty and taste good, and play with different flavors and textures. And I mean, in another life, I'd have been a chef, not, a nurse. I love food. And I wonder if I'm going to have to let go of some of that, or if it's going to make me sad to let go of that, to say goodbye. But then at the same time, I think, well, maybe with all the changes, there's going to be so much good coming in to replace whatever it is I'm letting go of, so it won't matter as much. That's kind of my hope anyway. And, you know, maybe I'll still be able to keep a lot of that. You know, it'll just be, you know, good in a different way or good in a healthier way. I don't know. But I guess it would be a lie to say that food isn't that important to me or that food doesn't matter. Of course, I've never said that, but it would be a lie to say that. It's kind of a silly comment. But anywho, that's just what I was thinking. And you know, after seeing, you know, that video, I just felt moved to make a response. I'd love to hear anyone else's input, hear what anyone else is thinking out there. And I wish everyone well. And I'll be seeing you here on the tube. Bye bye.